Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, Jay Briggs here from Pickdawgz.com bringing y'all my NBA Jam Session Playoff Edition on April 15th, 2023, man. I'll be honest, last night we got our ass kicked in the teeth, man. I tried to attack both spots I've been on all season, both spots that I made the most money on all season, fading the trash ass Heat on their home floor. Didn't happen. And grabbing the points with the Thunder Buddies, the cover buddies, man. Our favorite money-making team. In a spot they've gone stupid, dummy, crazy in all season. That small roll underdog spot. That one didn't come to fruition either. It's all good, man. We'll bounce back today. We got 4 games to do so, man. If you're looking for my bets, the ones that I'm placing tonight, the ones that I'm going heavy in tonight, man, you can find them in that link in the description. Takes you right to my Handicapper page. There, you can find my favorite play on the board, man, my $19 NBA Jam Session play. We did drop it last night with the Thunder Buddies, man, but we get back on track on that play today. 2-1 on that play to begin the postseason. 12-5-1 last 18 on that play, man. We get back on track on it today. I absolutely love today's $19 NBA Jam Session play, man. Scoop it up. Link in the description. You can also find my MLB play of the day there as well. 11-4 to begin the MLB season on that play. We had a nice plus money winner yesterday with the Blue Jays as they ended the Rays winning streak. It had to come to an end at some point. I thought the Blue Jays were the perfect team to do so on their home field, man, so you can scoop up that play as well. I got long-term packages for you guys, man, 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, monthly, yearly, seasonal. If you scoop up one of those, you get every play that I release for that time frame of the package that you get every sport for those long term. So you get all my baseball, all my NBA, hockey if I'm active. When you scoop up one of those long-term packages, man, you get every play that I release in that time frame, any sport. And I have a playoff pack for y'all, man, that is strictly NBA, but it gets you every play from right now through Game 7 of the NBA Finals, man. Great value. You can scoop that up as well. Or you can just continue watching this jam session. I really appreciate all y'all for joining me on this journey. We're going to get back on track today after a rough day yesterday, man. Follow me on Twitter, @ParlayGuyJ. And I will be live today. I'm not sure on the time yet. But I will be live today with a guest. So if you're watching the morning show, I will have a time by the time I come off the morning show today. The morning show is at 10 a.m. Eastern every day right here on the Pick Dawgz YouTube channel. I will be on there today with all the guys. So by the time I come on there today, I will have a time for my live show. So just letting y'all know I will be live today with my live show with the guest. We got 4 games. Playoff time, baby. No more play-in. No more just saying postseason. No, baby. It's playoff time. We're trying to cook it up per usual. Yesterday's behind us. We get back on track today, man. We're going to try to smash it per usual, man. So without further ado, let's try to do just that. And let's hop right into tonight's NBA action. In our first matchup of the night, man, we got the Brooklyn Nets. They're out on the road facing the Philadelphia 76ers, man. Sixers are laying 8.5. Total 214.5, man. We know what's up with this one. Nets put together team that a lot of people are not in love with. They don't have a legitimate star. They just got a lot of role players and guys that can get their own buckets and play defense. I like this Nets team. I do. And I think this Nets team keep this series more competitive than most people think. Yes, I got the Sixers winning the series. I think the Nets probably steal a game or two. And I think today might actually be the one they steal, to be honest, in Philly. And I know Philadelphia goes stupid, dummy, crazy at home as they are 24-16-1 ATS on their home floor. I've covered in 60% of their home games. And I know the Sixers won all 4 meetings on this Nets team this season. Not reading too much into that, though. The first 2 was a completely different team. Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving led Nets. The third meeting was probably the only one we can take something from. That one was in Brooklyn. Brooklyn looked really good. I think that was Mikal Bridges' first game with the Nets. They had a lead on the Sixers in that one. And I think the Sixers came back and stole that one at the very end. I think Embiid was Embiid in that one. And stole that one on the 11th of February, 101-98. They just played really recently on the 9th of April, on the 9th of April, but I'm not putting too much emphasis on that game. It really didn't mean anything. Sixers hammered them 134-105, but again, that game didn't mean anything. And this one is how I'm looking at it. It's how I'm handicapping it, man. We know what's up, man. The Sixers are the better team. They're at home where they play their best basketball. But I think if the Nets want to keep this series competitive, if they want any shot at doing anything in this series, today's the day they have to throw literally like the kitchen sink at the Sixers team. They have to, man. They have to come out, punch them first in the mouth, and try to make something happen. And with that said, knowing that they know that, I like the points in my back pocket, man. If they fall down 2-0 going back to Brooklyn, they probably get swept. They have to steal one of these games in Philadelphia. I would not be shocked if this is the one. Game one, Sixers probably coming out, going through the motions. Nets knowing exactly what situation they're in. Most of their guys are veterans. Dinwiddie's been in the league for a minute. Like, all the Nets guys have playoff experience. Mikal Bridges was with the Suns for a little minute, been to a final. Same thing with Cam Johnson. Finney Smith went on a deep playoff run last year with the Mavs. So these guys have playoff experience. I think they know how drastic these games can be. I look for the Nets to keep this game one super tight, man. I do. I think the Sixers probably edge them out in the end, but I think the Nets plus 8.5 is the right place to be. Here in this one, they got to throw the kitchen sink at this team, man, in order to keep this series competitive. Game one, catch them off balance. I'm going to grab these 8.5 points in my back pocket to start off our day with the Nets plus 8.5 here in this one. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Atlanta Hawks out on the road facing the Boston Celtics, man. Celtics laying 9, total 214.5 in this one. Another really great series. Another one I think most people think is going to be over fairly quickly. I could see this one being over quickly, but I could also see the Hawks keeping this series competitive, man. I know these top 4 teams, or really 3, in the East, I think everybody thinks is automatically through. And they probably will get through. But I don't think that they get through without some hiccups, man. I don't think that at all. And for me, game one, I think 9 points is too many. I like the Hawks plus the 9 in this one. I don't love it, but I like it a lot. I do, man. I think the Hawks keep this one super competitive, working with triple revenge. As the Celtics won all 3 meetings this season, I will say that the last one really doesn't do much for me. 120-114. The Celtics won that one on the 9th of April. Doesn't do much for me, man. The leading scorers in that game was Peyton Pritchard and Bruno Fernando. Nobody played in that game, man. So not taking anything from that. The first one, the Celtics hammered them in Atlanta, man, on the 16th of November, 126-101, really early in the season. And the Celtics won the second one, 134-125, on the 11th of March in Atlanta. So that's the one I'm mainly looking at, that 10-point win for the Celtics on the road in Atlanta in about mid-March. That was a nice win for the Celtics. It was, man. But we've seen the Celtics kind of go through the motions sometimes this season. And I think this back door is going to be wide open for Atlanta. Atlanta has played recently, and they looked good in that game against Miami. They really did. They controlled the glass. I liked how DeJounte Murray and Trae Young were playing off each other. Clint Capella was really holding down the perimeter, gaining rebounds. Celtics win the game. Hawks cover, man. I'm grabbing the points with the Atlanta Hawks in this one. I think this is going to be a tightly contested game. Can the Celtics blow this team out? Yes. Can the Hawks win this game outright? Yes. Is 9 points too many for my blood in a playoff game, game one? I think so, man. I kind of feel the same way about this one as I do about that Nets team. The Hawks, if they want any real chance of winning the series, they have to throw the kitchen sink at this Boston Celtics team to begin the series. They have to come out and punch them in the mouth first. That's just what they got to do. And getting 9 points in my back pocket seems like a great place to be, man. It's playoff time. All these games are going to be razor sharp. Hey, I'm leaning Hawks, though, man. I really am. Plus the 9. I love getting the 9 in my back pocket. I think they actually match up quite well with Boston. We know Boston's going to try to light them up from behind the arc, which they can, and the Hawks are not a great defending the perimeter. I like the over in this one as well. I think this one is just going to be a lot of scoring back and forth, probably like a 115, 112 type game. I think that's what we're looking at. Celtics win, Hawks cover, and we just get over the total. That's how I'm feeling here in this. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the New York Knicks out on the road facing the Cleveland Cavs, man. Cleveland laying 5, total 217. I think this is the toughest series to handicap, man, quite honestly. I'm excited for this series as well. I think that Golden State Warriors Kings series is probably the best one, but I think this one is really, really close right behind it. I'm excited for this one. Reason it's a tough handicap is because it's strength on strength. We got one of the best, absolute best home cover teams in the league in the Cleveland Cavaliers in this one. Cleveland at home this season went 31-10 straight up. ATS, Cleveland went 24-16-1, covered in 60% of their home games. But we know what's up with the Knicks, man. The Knicks were the road warriors as they went stupid, dummy, crazy on the road, man. They have played their best basketball outside of Madison Square Garden all season. 26-14-1. ATS on the road are the New York Knicks, man, covered in 65% of their road games. So, I mean, it's pretty much a wash in that aspect. Injuries. Julius Randle should play today. He should play today. I would be kind of shocked if he did not play today. And Okoro for the Cavs, I think he plays as well. I would be kind of shocked if he didn't play. All this said, man, I think this is going to be a super tight series. I think we could go game for game in this series. I think this series could possibly go 7. But when it's all said and done, man, I think the Cavs are the better team. I think the Cavs win the series. And I like the Cavs to win and cover here in Game 1 in Cleveland. I think Julius Randle comes back and is not 100% himself, which might hurt this Knicks team quite a bit, man. I think this Cavs length really is their strength, man. I'm really high on this Cavs team. I think if everything breaks the right way for this Cavs team, they could mess around and be in the Eastern Conference Finals. That's how high I am on this Cavs team. I think they have it all. They have a really nice point guard, a top 15 point guard in the league. They have arguably the best shooting guard in the league in Donovan Mitchell. They have, a really good defender in Okoro. And they have probably the best front court in the league in Mobley and Allen. The two together probably are the best in the league. All that said, man, I think the Cavs win this one at home and lay the 5. I do. I think this one could possibly be like that Miami Heat game yesterday where it's a super tight game all the way through. The Knicks might be up for majority of the game, back and forth type affair, but I think when it comes down to it, the Cavs probably take the lead late. Knicks do the fouling game. Cavs end up covering the spread, man. That's what we've seen for a lot this season. Those 5-point lines are scary, man. The Bulls, I don't understand how they didn't cover that yesterday. Like, that was mind-blowing. But not be surprised if we saw another one like that today. But I think this is the toughest game on the board today. I really do. I could make the argument for the Knicks. I could. But I'm making it for the Cavs in this one. I think the Cavs get this one done on their home floor, man. I think they're the more healthier team. I think the fact that they lost the season series to this New York Knicks team adds some fuel to the fire. The Knicks beat them in the last 3 meetings. Cavs won the first one, and the Knicks won the last 3. So Cavs working with triple revenge at home where they've been money all season. I'm rolling with them game 1. They probably win this one like 7 points. Seems like a solid win for the Cavs in this one. 7, 8-point win. Game 1, I'm on Cleveland here in this one. In our last and final matchup of the night, man, in the series that is going to be the best round 1 series we've probably seen ever, man. I'm super stoked for this series, man. This is going to be one for the ages. We got the defending champions, man. Hey, those guys, man, the Golden State Warriors, they're on the road facing the Sacramento Kings. Kings are laying 1, total 236.5. It's a tough one, man. This is a really tough one, a 50-50 type game. I definitely understand both arguments for this game. I've gone back and forth on this one all week. Knew this was coming up. But the way that I did decide to go in this one is I'm sticking with what we've been on all season, man. I'm not overcomplicating these playoffs. I promise you I'm not. We got bit last night, not overcomplicating it, taking the same spots we've been on all season. Fading the Miami Heat at home, we got bit. And taking the Thunder Buddies in that small away underdog role, we got bit. Another role we've really, really, really loved to be this season is fading the damn Warriors on the road, man. And that's what we're sticking to here in this one. We're taking the Kings. We're laying the 1 with them on their home floor. Hey, let's call a spade, man. The Warriors on the road, they're ass. They're terrible. They were the worst road team in the entire NBA. Was part of that, A, because they knew they were going to get to the playoffs, probably turn it up and make the finals? Yes, possibly. Or it also could be that they just were terrible on the road. That could have been it also. And most of this conversation that I've heard for the last few days when it comes to this game has all been about the Warriors. We know the Warriors in the playoffs, they turn up. We know the Warriors, the defending champions. We know all that. That's all I've heard is all about the Warriors on this specific series. That's not why I'm betting it, man. I'm betting this because of the money-making Kings, man. The Kings coming out of the All-Star break were absolute fire. The Kings, man, they be hooping. There's a reason the Kings are third in the Western Conference this year, man. And the Kings have not been in the playoffs since 2006. I am 23 years old. I have not seen the Kings in the playoffs since I was like 6. Don't even really remember who was on that team. So I know these Kings fans are finna have this building on 1 million. This building is finna be rocking. And the Warriors, they're ass on the road, man. The Kings, this game means something to the Kings, man. This game means something to the Kings, man. Means a lot to this fan base, to this team. No way in hell can I bet against them, man. No way. Give me the Kings, laying the 1. They beat up on the Warriors at home, continuing to fade the worst road team in the entire NBA. Not going to overcomplicate it, man. Not going to overcomplicate it. I'll read out the stat for y'all. Golden State, ATS, on the road, 11-29 this season. One more time, 11-29 ATS on the road. We're the Golden State Warriors. League worst than San Antonio, worse than Memphis, worse than Houston, worse than Miami, worse than Dallas. Worst road cover team in the entire NBA was the Golden State Warriors. 11-29 ATS, only covered in 27.5% of their games. And straight up, they were terrible as well. Straight up, the Warriors. 10-30. They played 40 games on the road, man. They only won 10 of those. That's 25% of their games on the road, man. No way in hell can I bet them in this spot. Yes, the Warriors are probably due to turn up. I think this is going to be a 7-game series. But until the Warriors show me that they're going to hoop on the road, I will not back them on the road. The Kings have been in that mode coming out of the All-Star break, man. I don't think they're getting the respect they deserve. I think they have a real mismatch down low with Sabonis. I think Draymond Green has to have the series of his life, or Kayvon Looney. Somebody has to, because Sabonis is not finna play with them guys down low. Golden State's guards are a little older, man. De'Aaron Fox finna come downhill at them guys, man. I'm on the Kings game 1. This building is finna be on 1 million. And they haven't been to the playoffs since 2006. And they have a home opener in the playoffs versus the Golden State Warriors. They're finna show up tonight and win this game tonight. Kings laying the 1 for me here in our last and final matchup. And that's going to conclude today's episode on the Jam Session on April 15th, 2023, man. Thank y'all for watching. Smash that like button for your guy, man. Subscribe if you're new, and drop your like down in the comments. As you know, I love going through, seeing who y'all like, man. Yesterday was a rough one. We went 0-2 in the NBA play-in edition. That was rough, man. We tried to attack both our spots we had been on all year, fading the trash-ass Heat at home and grabbing the points with the Thunder Buddies, the Cover Buddies, our favorite money-making team. Neither one of them went our way. Hey, it happens. We'll bounce back today, man. You can find my favorite play on the board today, my $19 NBA Jam Session play, the one I'm going heavy in, the one I got the most money on. It's $19. You can find that in the link in the description. 12, 5-1, last 18 on that play, man. We dropped it last night. We'll bounce back on it today. Scoop it up, $19. I also got my MLB play of the day for sale for y'all up there as well. 11-4. To begin the MLB season on that play, man. We had a nice winner, a plus money winner yesterday with the Blue Jays at home as they ended the winning streak for the Tampa Bay Rays, man. We were all over that. So you can scoop up that MLB play of the day as well. Link in the description. Or you can hop on a long-term package, man. 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, monthly, yearly, seasonal. You hop on one of those, you get every play that I release in that time frame of the package that you get, man. And that includes every sport that I'm active in. NBA, baseball, hockey, every sport that I'm active in. When you hop on a duration-based package, you get every play from every sport in that time frame. But I also have a playoff pack that's different. The playoff pack is just strictly NBA, and you get every play that I release in the NBA from now through Game 7 of the NBA Finals, man. You can scoop up that pack as well. We did go 0-2 on it last night in that pack with the Thunder and the Heat. We'll bounce back today, man. We got 4 games to do so. So, we're going to try to do just that, man. Follow me on Twitter at ParlayGuyJ, and I will be back later today with the live show. Not currently sure on the time. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. I will tweet out what time I will be live later, and I will update y'all on that time on the morning show that I will be live on right here with the Pick Dawgz YouTube channel at 9 o'clock. So, my time. It's 9 o'clock Central, probably 10 o'clock Eastern, most of y'all. So, yeah, I'll be live on there, and I will have the time by then on what time I'll be live for the live jam session today. So, tune in for the live show, and come tune in for my live show later on today as well as we try to cook up this NBA. Per usual, man, thank y'all for joining me. Thank y'all for watching. We'll bounce back today in this NBA. And let's make some money today and tonight. I'll see y'all later on today, man. And I'm out of here. Peace.